I'm currently in the process of arranging Scriabin's Vers la Flamme from solo piano for Mad Song, and I thought I'd bring you along. So that's what you can see above me running at 2000% speed. Now, this piece is basically one big crescendo, and so usually when I'm arranging or composing, I like to start at the beginning, but in this case I thought it would make more sense to begin at the end, and then I'll know where I'm going. So what we've got here are basically 2 pages that split into 4 phrases. So the question that immediately poses itself is, how am I going to keep things the same and how am I going to make things different? It just sort of breaks down into 4 bits. So we got at the top these repeated chords, then a load of tremolo. Somebody describes this piece as study in tremolo, which I think is pretty reasonable. Under that we've got this nice alto tenor line, and then under that we've got these long, rich, held, deep chords. If we begin at the top, this jumped out to me as wind writing. So it made absolute sense to have flute and clarinet up here, and then I add the violin as well to plug in the 3rd note. Now, as this goes along, I've got other stuff for Hannah on violin to do, so I bring the piano in. One of the classic problems with this sort of arrangement is making sure that it doesn't just sound like piano music. So what I've got is clarinet on the bottom note, flute on the top note, and piano plays all 3 so that we get a bit more of a unified sound. It's also because, you know, a high F sharp for the clarinet would be very squeaky. Million makes a gorgeous sound, even that high, but I felt it would be better maybe to have her a 4th note. And I'm lucky that Hannah can change over to pick as well. Now with the trem, a couple of options here. One is just to keep it as is and have David, you know, have a bit of an RSI situation. The alternative is to bring in the strings. And so again, rather than just switching over to the strings, usually what I do is blend the 2. And occasionally I put accents in the strings just to like clarify the harmony, but also to emphasize the sort of onset that we might have when the piano starts playing this sort of thing. Now coming down another layer, this is where it starts to get interesting. This jumped out to me as cello writing, like the lyre slow tune, the register, be like perfect for cello. So that's where I start. As that goes on, I thought it would be nice to change it up a bit. So what I do is introduce Hannah. Now you can see I have her come in on the pickup with the 2 upbeat quavers so that we slightly dovetail the phrase one into the next. And then it's particularly because I wanted them to play this gorgeous sort of moving line together. Looking at this final section brings in 2 more details that I think are nice. One is this repeated E D sharp motif. First time I just put it in the violin is fine. Hannah makes a very big sound. We'll hear that with no problem. But I thought it would be nice to increase it as we go through. So 2nd time I add the clarinet, and then it's a little bit predictable, but 3rd time I add the pick, and that adds us another octave as well. The other is the very end. So what's nice is I can have them pick out those 3/4 that with which the big piano arpeggio ends. What's super cute about that for me is that one of the first pieces we played was Schoenberg's First Chamber Symphony, and that opens with stacked 4ths like this, sounded one instrument after another. So it's just a little Easter egg there.